Hello everyone, my name is Dara Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that's about 5 minutes long, and sometimes they're funny stories and sometimes they just give you something to think about. And this story today is written by Steve Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the story is we're talking about love, and every human being is to be treated with dignity and respect. And sometimes, though, we have to change our perspectives to appreciate this. When we do adjust our minds, we can practice love more fully. That is what Steve Covey, author of the best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, shows in the following story. One Sunday morning, Steve was riding on a subway train in New York City. Everyone was quietly reading a newspaper or sitting with their eyes closed. And then, at one stop, a young man got on with 3 children. After the man had sat down, the children began yelling back and forth, throwing things and grabbing newspapers from people. The children's behavior was very disruptive to the peace and quiet of the passengers. They had been enjoying the peace and quiet until this father and these children had gotten on the subway. Steve was becoming increasingly angry with the children and could not understand why the young father did absolutely nothing. Finally, Steve had had enough. He was very angry. In a not very friendly tone of voice, he said to the young father, "Sir, your children are really disturbing a lot of people. I wonder if you can control them a bit more." The young man lifted his eyes to Steve, as if coming out of a trance, and he said, "Oh, you're right. I guess I should do something about it. We just came from the hospital where their mother died an hour ago. I don't know what to think, and I guess the children don't know how to handle it either." Suddenly, Steve's attitude towards the young father changed dramatically from anger to compassion. He immediately was filled with the man's pain and said, "Your wife just died? I'm so sorry. Tell me about it. What can I do to help?" Now, nothing on that subway car had changed. The people were the same. The noise was the same. What did change, though, was Steve's perception. And because his perception changed, so did his behavior. Love is the highest of all virtues. If we have every other kind of virtue, it means nothing if we don't have love. Sometimes we get confused, and sometimes we don't really walk in the shoes of another person until we find out more information. It's amazing how we make a judgment call about things before we know what is happening in this person's life. And so that story is a really profound story that illustrates that very fact that we need to pay attention and find out the facts before we make a judgment call. So, something to think about, and blessings on your day. Thanks for taking 5.